quarter as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go,
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Regular. Hey, wahoo! Gun.
From the gun, Flacco. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
What we got? He's coming. We got gun. Gun. 50. Mike 50. Red. Hey, Charlie. Gun.
Flacco from the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsay. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try to run with Lindsay. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They're going with Lindsay, and he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Yellow. Already. 51 to Mike. Hey, tight down. There you go.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has some fond memories of playing here in Denver. In fact, one of his earliest NFL memories came here in the Mile High City. That was back in the final week of the 2017 season while Alex Smith was resting up for the playoffs. And we got a glimpse of what the young Mahomes could do. He threw for 284 yards in a 27-24 Chiefs victory. That, of course, was the first start of the career for Patrick Mahomes. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And Robinson with a big catch. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 43, 43, 15. 51 to Mike. Push him back. Bravo. 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack by Robert Quinn.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
3 wide, 3 wide.
Mike's 50.
Gun.
Here's Flacco. And he's going to go down again. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy.
On any running play this... They're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete. Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First do no...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Flacco from midfield. Forced out to his left. Incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's checking credit.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. It's Hill, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And again, it's Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Yes! Ready!
50's a month. 3 bucks.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, baby.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and Walker has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Winning!
65.
Yellow!
Mike's 50, Mike.
Gun!
On 1st down, Flacco. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Robert Quinn able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Alpha! Gun!
Now it's Flacco. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Mahomes now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, it's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You're over here.
On first down, Lindsey. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hey, echo.
53, check 53.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Yes, ready.
Mike, here we go, D. Here I come again.
Block it.
He's trying.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
53's Mike.
Too wide.
53's Mike. Watch the back.
Go.
Let's go.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 2-yard gain.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 37.
A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal